Hey guys, it's Misty with My Paper Cuts, and for this video I am going to share what I have in my current card stash for Valentine's Day. I do store my Valentine's Day and love themed cards together, so I just thought I would do a quick walkthrough on what I have. So I have this little stack here in my hand, and I have this container here that is completely full. So much like my Christmas and other cards, I do things in multiples. So, that's how I build such a quick card stash, but I will just go ahead and get started here. So I have this one here. It says, "I've taken a Viking to you," and he is raised up a little bit. The inside is plain with just some embossed hearts. Sorry about the glare, but I do store them all in plastic sleeves so that they stay dust free. I do live in Arizona where everything's very dusty. This is an old Lawn Fawn set. It says "Love You a Latte," and again that's popped up on foam. It's just a piece of pattern paper, and I just stamped some coffee beans and hearts on the inside there. So there's that one. And then for this one, they're all a little bit different. I was feeling kind of artsy on this day, I guess. So this one says "I love you more," and this is just a distress ink and splattered background. Whoops. The inside just has a glittery stripe of paper. And this one's done with cracked pistachio, and I believe this is either tumble glass or, yeah, it's probably tumble glass judging by how light it is. So, and these are, again, popped up. It's a pretty cool die. It's a mosaic die. The inside's the same. And then this one's the exact same, but it just says "I adore you." So there's those. And then this one is I believe this is MFT. It says "You're the one I want to order sushi with." And the inside says "You're awesome." And these are all die cut out and colored with Copics. And this background is created with Distress Oxide ink. And this is an embossed panel. So those are the ones there. This is an oldie but a goodie. It's texting. OMG, I heart you, and XOXO. And then the inside just has a couple of stamps. This is a really old card. This one, more masculine, with the motorcycle and the "I love you." And these are like it's like a mesh that kind of look like studs. And then the inside I stamped the smaller motorcycle, and this is cut out with a stitched panel. This one is, sorry guys, I'm getting used to filming with my tablet instead of my actual camera. This says "Love you s'more." It's hard to see, but this has rock candy glitter on the top to look like the sugar. And then obviously a s'more, and this is a wood grain embossed panel. A couple little brads. The inside of this one is just blank. This one says "I like you more than ice cream." And there's a little bit of glossy accents and glitter detailing on the ice cream cone there. This is some seam binding. An embossed panel again. The inside again is blank. Then I use that same stamp with an ice cream truck. And again, some little bit of glitter and glossy accents on top of the ice cream, and even on the little star hubcaps there, and on the brake light and headlight. It's kind of hard to tell when it's in plastic. And again, blank on the inside. I do leave quite a few of my cards blank on the inside. So I love this card. Little piggy again from MFT Stamp. Some raised up little clouds. This is a die, like a card. So I actually saved the negative and actually will create a different card out of that. This is a pattern paper. I believe this is a Hot by Pad from Michaels. It's got some glossy glittering on it. This is another, I do love MFT, so you'll probably see quite a few stamps from them. It's another set. I put glossy accents on the nose of the dog. This one's colored with colored pencils and then blended out using, oh, what is that stuff? I always forget the name of it. Gamsol. So, and then let's snuggle our worries away. And the inside says, you're the best cuddle buddy. Of course, I do a lot of dog themed cards with our rescue. So, the next one here. This is a die from Simon Says. I did some ombre coloring on a piece of paper and then cut it out with the die and did some paper piecing to put it back together. Another MFT stamp. And I fussy cut that out and put a little heart behind the back with the same ombre kind of coloring on it. And it says, sending you tons of love. And the inside I just stamped another little hippo in gray. So there's that one. Yet another MFT. This heart is actually popped up. It's got some dimension. And all my favorite stories include you. I just thought this was sweet. Paper pieced background on this heart to look like wallpaper and a wood floor. Then the inside says, you're the best chapter of my life. And I stamped and colored the little books there in the corner. The next one, we have Great Chemistry. This is a Lawn Fawn set. This is a really old set, I believe. I think this is a pretty old card. I think I made it a long time ago. But, yeah, that's colored with Copics. It has a little bit of Wink Stella. Sorry again about that glare, guys. It has a little bit of Wink Stella on the hearts. And then the inside, I just did the little test tube. The next one here is another MFT. With an otter. It says, I'd be utterly lost without you. And I colored this one with watercolor markers. I liked how the rough background looked. I love how he's floating actually in the water. I just think that's so cute. Then the inside says, there's no otter like you. And I don't know if you can, I think you can see it there. It's very light. One of the other otters stamped in a very, very light beige color. So there's that one. And I do believe I made another card with that same stamp set. I think it's later in the box here. I do love this card. I used some sentiment strips, which I hardly ever use, but this one has a lot of glitter on it. I love this XOXO die. I use it pretty often. This one says, Happy Valentine's Day, my darling. Just has some banners and a little bit of rose gold because the paper came with that foiling. And I left the inside blank. The next one I have here is another cute Lawn Fawn. You Turn Me On, the light switch and the bulb. Some pattern paper, some embossed cardstock. And then this one just has the hearts on the inside. So there's that one. And then this is another one of my favorites. You Fog My Spectacles. I believe that might be a Paper Smooches stamp. Don't quote me on that though. But these are die cut glasses, and what I did was I put vellum behind it so that it actually looked like fogged up spectacles. There's some sequins glued on the back with little dots of Nuvo drops in the centers. And I like this pattern paper. And the inside of that one is blank. I do leave quite a few of my cards blank on the inside. I've gotten better lately about decorating the inside, but not necessarily. I think it's not always necessary. Leave lots of room to write a message. So this one says, hello, beautiful. I think this is Simon Says pattern paper, and then some specialty paper that is, it's like a cotton paper with embossed gold dots on it and a little pink ribbon. The inside just says Happy Valentine's Day. So, oh, here's the other otter card. I did it the exact same way, but with a different sentiment. It says, you are my otter half. And then the inside says, there's no otter like you. So the exact same layout, just different sentiments. I like to do that to get more use out of the stamp set. Surprise, another MFT. This one says, I love you more than I can bear. Some crisscross little stripes of glitter paper, a matching glitter heart, a Copic colored bear, and some pattern paper again on the background with the gold embossed hearts. Again, I think this might be a old Michael's Hot by Pad. Sorry guys, I'm tongue-tied and tired this morning. And then I put another bear on the inside, same color scarf. As you can tell, I use this wonky stitched, it's a nesting set from, I believe this one's from MFT as well. But with the wonky stitched, I love that for just my inside panels. I like adding actual panels because it adds to the weight of my card. And it gives a nice smooth surface to write on. And it gives me an opportunity to stamp a sentiment. And if it gets messed up, I can just throw away the panel and get a new one. So it just kind of helps me keep my cards neater. But so there's that one. I have quite a few of that one. And then this is an oldie but a goodie. I don't even know what stamp set this is. I forget, but it says I only have eye for you. So I put one of those giant googly eyes on there. These are some rhinestone hearts. I believe this was one big long border strip and I just cut it apart. I think I was trying to use it up. Just some brightly colored pattern paper, and then the inside again says Happy Valentine's Day. So I do forget where that stamp set came from. And then this right here is a good example of using some of the cut aparts in a Michael's Hot Buy pad. I, like everyone else, I get caught up in the moment and buy those, and then I struggle to use them. This particular one I kind of liked because of the glittery accents. They were kind of coated glittery accents, so I don't know, there was just something about this pad that I liked. So what I did was I embossed a panel for the backgrounds of all these cards, but I flipped it over so it was more of a debossed, which I really like. And then these were the actual cut aparts, and I just used strips of the pattern paper that are layered and then tied a ribbon through the top by punching a couple of holes. And I was able to use up a bunch of the cut aparts. And on the inside, I just kept them all very simple. They just say Happy Valentine's Day with a little red swirl. But so I got lots of different cards. And there were more. Some of my coworkers actually purchased these, but old school kind of elementary school type Valentine's Day tag there. I like that one. But it was a good way. I got lots of cards out of just some cut aparts. So, and I used an embossing folder and some ribbon up. So those were kind of fun to make. I wasn't particularly inspired by that pad until I did that, but so here's another lawn fawn. Here's a shaker for all you shaker fans. But this one says, You Occupy My Heart. I did a watercolored background. I did some shimmer swirls on it just to give it a little that ocean feel. Some different oceany colored sequins. The octopus is colored with Copics and is popped up on a foam so that it has dimension, and then the sequins kind of swirl around it and they don't tend to get caught on top of him. So I like that. And then the inside I just stamped him in the purple and colored one of the little heart bubbles. But yeah, I really liked how that one turned out. I did have a whole bunch more of those, but I think I only have a couple of that one left. And then what else is left? Oh, and Alicia might recognize this card. This one is another shaker card, but I love this stamp set. It's got like girlfriend sentiments in it, and it's got other like romantic ones like this. But for all of you Nemo fans, it says, I'm so glad you're mine, mine, mine. Everybody thinks of that when they see the seagulls. I glued a little heart sequin. There are some in the mix as well, but I glued one to his wing there, so it's holding it. This background is inked with the MFT cloud stencil, where you just ink it and move it and ink it some more. I love doing that. It's so much fun. He is colored with Copic markers, and then I just cut a little wavy border and stuck it in there as the ocean. And then this is just a round circle die, and what I did was I used some silver Nuvo drops, and I actually kind of flattened them when they were almost dry so that they had more of a rivety look instead of just leaving them rounded. I liked how they were flattened. And then one of the things that bugs me about shaker cards is the edging showing. So here I used some wrapped twine, you know, to give it that beachy look. But I really like these cards. I think they're fun. I like nautical theme. And then I like how I did the inside with the mine, because in the movie, you know, that you get that last one that just says mine. So there is that. And that is the current Valentine's Day card stash that I have. And like I said, for all of these, I have multiples. But I wanted to go through and share with you guys what I have. I know people struggle with cards, and I'm I'm trying to offer a little bit of inspiration if I can. I don't know if my style is your style, but I tend to do all sorts of different things from artsy to cutesy to shaker. You know, so if you guys have any questions, let me know. And hopefully you enjoyed looking at my cards. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Bye-bye.